OK， 你们能看见我吗？推特上。OK, I see one guy joining. Okay, I guess. 你们有看见我吗？看见了。Okay, so all right. So good good evening, guys, and good morning. I'm currently in Korea, in Seoul. So thank you very much for everybody's attention to and all your support to BOTUS. And we will have our 3.0 lunch event tomorrow in Seoul. So we prepared many surprises for all the BOTUS fans, and hope everybody can pay attention to that. But before to that, I know that a lot of things are going on May, and a lot of questions coming up about BOTUS, about what we are doing right now and what we plan to do in future. So we have this live stream AMA session to answer all the questions that people have. Yeah, but okay, so actually I was very surprised because I get so many questions from the Reddit post that I think I roughly look at them very briefly. I think we had about 25 to 30 people replied to the Reddit, and everybody asked more than one questions. So there's about 50 questions. I will try to answer all those questions, but because we have a time limitations here, so I will try my best to answer all the questions. And if I cannot make answers to all the questions, I will personally reply to the questions that people ask. Okay, so I think we can get started. All right, so first the question is from lower ground floor. Okay, then he actually asked 5 questions. The first one is, let's say I have 13,000 BTO tokens. Can I stake only 10,000? So what happens to the other 3,000? So this one is easy. If you stake 13,000 BTO tokens, then all the tokens are taken into account. So the other 3,000 tokens are also considered to be valid. So you will get the airdrop and get everything the same stake as the 10,000 one. The second question is, can we stake multiple nodes on same hardware? This question is easy. Definitely that we cannot stake multiple nodes on same hardware. And many people ask this hardware requirement questions to so the answer is that the hardware actually it's when we try to design this master node scheme, we don't expect people to use the actual hardware for this to hold this master node. We all expect people to have some virtual machines on this one. So there's actually, we don't expect people to really run the nodes on hardware. But certainly there are many people asking these questions. We may consider this in the future when we adjust the scheme for the master nodes. Okay. So the third question is, will rest of the coins be airdropped as well? So I think for this one, we announced this in the master nodes scheme document. There will be 10% of the DTOs will be airdropped to all the DTO holders and the partners coin holders. So yeah, this is pretty much the third question. So the fourth one, if I don't have enough BTO to reach a master node, can I just stake them in a wallet? If not, what incentives me to hold the BTO tokens? So if you don't hold the master nodes, you hold the BTOs, you automatically have the airdrop. You are valid for the airdrop. So you just keep them in the wallet. You will have the airdrop the DTOs and possibly the future tokens issued by BOTUS. Okay, last question for lower ground floor. Does your wallet support hardware device, Ledger, Nano, etc.? If not, what security measures are in place for now? Yeah, this is a good question. Of course, we will support the hardware devices if we have this. But right now we don't have the exact date that when we will have this ledger support our the BTO tokens and the future other tokens, but we are in contact with Ledger, and we are our technical team is working with Ledger team because Ledger and the BOTUS are all in Team Draper's investment portfolio, so we have a direct connection with the management of Ledger. So we are doing this technical things. So we will have the major hardware device support BTO tokens and other BOTUS tokens. Okay, so this is the first questions. The first lower ground floors question. And the second one is from Titan63. Okay. The question is DTO will be airdropped and you can collect via masternodes. But what about the rest of tokens in the ecosystem? How are they earned? For example, the starter token, the AI token, and the power token. So the answer for this one is we don't have a exact plan for this starter token and AI token and the power token right now. They're still in the planning. The possible solutions for them are the starter token could be airdropped, or it could be an individual project that we can be done by BOTUS team, or it can be done by the community. So we can sponsor the community to do this one. So there's no exact solution for that, but I'm certain that they will have a percentage to airdrop to the BTO holders. But the rest of them, the distribution scheme is not under discussion right now. So we will release it once we have it. So it's probably in the second half year, or maybe at the beginning of next year, because we have so many things to do right now. Okay. So next is, how can you realize your ambition to divide wealth more equally within your ecosystem? While most nodes have such high hardware requirements that they will probably be run by businesses, are you not afraid of centralization of mining by big companies? Okay, so we already received many questions about this hardware requirements. I think we have some information inconsistency here, because when we designed this master node scheme, we actually get a price list from the cloud computing companies, and the price we look at are not very high. But eventually we figure out that with the price list that we get, it's a highly discounted one. So maybe the individual person get the price much higher than the price list we get. Okay, so we will consider this the hardware requirement. Maybe it's a little bit high, but the target is to keep our network more stable, and the network, the band, will be sufficient to support a high TPS and a stable network. So the hardware requirement will be, I would say, will be a little adjusted in future. But the purpose for this one is not to have business run the news, is to encourage more and more people to encourage this one. It's not for business. Okay, this is the answer. What exactly are the light news and the ultralight news? Are they different than the Lyre, the Cygons, Vela, and the Andromeda news? Okay, so it's kind of difficult for me to pronounce those fancy news names. They're designed by Sean, so Sean can probably pronounce them better. Okay. So the light news and the ultralight news are specifically designed for individual. So hopefully the purpose is hopefully people can run this light and ultralight news by their cell phone. Okay, because this is BOTUS is a community project. We want people in the community to join this. So we want more people to join this. Okay, this is the purpose. Will there be any form of staking? Yes, of course, probably. Yeah. Do you have a time frame on when the airdrops will occur, or at least the snapshots of the wallets? And do we have to link our wallet somehow to get the airdrop? So the time frame is very quick. I would say in June, very soon after the 3.0 launch event, we will announce it, and we will have a plan of that. Right now, we just have too many things in the schedule that we don't have time to plan on this. So in June, you will see the time frame, and you will have all the plan. Okay. Somehow, okay. And do we have a link or wallet somehow to get the airdrop? So to be eligible for the airdrop, you need to get all your BTOs into the wallet. So that's definitely. All right. Okay, so let's go to the second page. I still have 10 more to go. So I have many questions. Okay, so this is from Bud Hist Punk 87. Okay, so the question is, with BOTUS deciding to delay the announcement of the last 2 exchanges for Super May due to the market conditions, I would like to ask why the team are so concerned with the short-term price of BTO. Well, this is a very good question and a very tough question. I was questioned. The team was questioned about this delay of the listing since the day before yesterday. But officially, I was not allowed to talk about the price and the exchanges for the BTOs. But the information I would like to share here is that let's take a look at the BTO's listing history. We were first listed by from January 14th. Since January 14th, we were listed by a couple exchanges, and between January 14th to the beginning of the May, we didn't approach any exchanges to be listed. So yeah, from January, February, March and April, we don't get any list. It's not because that we don't have any list options. Actually, we have many listing offers, but we try to save the listing opportunities in a good market conditions so that the BTO holders can all benefit from this part. Okay, so that's just the purpose. But with the two exchanges we announced at the first half of May, everybody see that it's not a positive result from the market after we announce the listing or after we start to list. So then we started to rethink our strategy about this listings. So we think that because of the market conditions right now and the previous effect of the two listings, it's better that we postpone this a little bit um, to benefit all the BTO holders. So that's the purpose. And so we're not so much concerned with the short-term price of the BTOs for this one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hope this can answer most of the concerns and questions about this one. As we have many pressures these days to make these decisions, because listing also costs a lot of money. That people know that we don't want to waste any valuable resources to get to not get a positive result. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is hold long forever. Okay. Okay, so the question is also about the exchange listing, and I already explained. So the follow-up question is, can you give a date, if possible, to have the exchange listing? Also, when is the masternode's release date? And are there any more development planned in the future, like rebrand? Okay, so for the date of a future exchange listing, so we have the offers right now, and we actually can be listed from tomorrow, but we don't want to do it. And I'm currently in Korea, and I will spend most of time in Korea in June. And that's because the market here and there are new exchanges here, so we want to explore the Korean market. So I can't give a specific date, okay? And the masternode's release date, we will have an updated version of the masternode scheme at the first half of June. We will have a implementation time frame for this. Hopefully we can release by June 15th, so people can see that what's the time frame, what do you need to do, and to get masternodes. Okay. Development in future, of course, we have many things in many new development in future, and we have a specific session for this one tomorrow in the 3.0 release, and our CTO Mr. Wang Chao will explain this part more in detail. So you can pay attention to tomorrow's event, and we will also post the script after the event. So if you cannot view the live stream tomorrow, then you can follow up us, and we will explain that, of course. Yeah. So yeah, let's move to next. The both support a long argument. A long argument. Okay. The question is the question is about the existing and the future efforts to bring in the key participants of the BOTUS ecosystem. Small to medium AI companies, data holders, data trainers, and and so forth and so on. Okay, so yeah, this part, yeah, we it's kind of like I'm talking about a lot of things I was planning to talk tomorrow in the lunch event. Of course, we have many plans on this part. Small to medium AI companies, we already have partnership with multiple AI incubators. So there are hundreds of small to medium AI companies in the incubators will join BOTUS network after we release the 3.0. And yeah, and also for the data holders, I assume this part is data companies. So many data companies show their interest in joining BOTUS because we provide a platform and a way for them to capitalize their data assets. Okay, so data, yeah. Yeah, for this part, we have a specific business development plan. But right now, we need to first have a product ready. Then we will. Yeah, we need to save some partnership news for future. Yeah, yeah. You know that. Yeah. Okay. The follow-up is China is very rich with this, and it has me interested in the project. How many of these entities are working with BOTUS at this time, whether in China or elsewhere? Can you disclose some? Okay, so for this part that people all know that we are part of the AI ecosystem consortium. So in this consortium, there are more than 100 companies in there in China, and all of them are very big companies. So we're working with them to know that the challenges of the AI industries, and we validate our prototype, the product design with them. So they will be future users of BOTUS. Okay. Yeah. So in addition to those, the companies that in this consortium, they are very big companies. For example, Baidu or Ke Xunfei hire some big names like that. Once we have the update, we will post them into the community. Okay. Yeah. So this is about the partnership. Okay. So second page. Let's move to the third one. Hopefully we still have time. This is from Regis. Okay, Regis. Regis is asking that he feels there are still a lot of uncertainties in regards to the ins and outs of the master nodes and their requirements. So documents surrounding this should be easy to get through with clear and concise information understandable for any regular. This can be expanded with a technical document for those who are interested in their inner workings. Is this something that is being considered? Yes, the answer to this is yes, and we're trying to improve this part because we have many. So the master notes document, first we wrote it in Chinese, then we translate it into English, and after we post them, we collected hundreds of questions of that, and we are preparing for the next version to release this master notes documents. So next one should be more clear and more concise, so people know the scheme for all the calculations and the benefits, and for the technical part, yeah, we will have an updated version for that. Okay. Next from RAF Crypto. Okay, RAF Crypto. So he's asking, what's your plan to grow and consolidate the BOTUS community in the West? Okay. Yeah, this is a very good question, and we did pay a lot of attention to the Western communities, and I personally spent a lot of time in the first half year of this year in US and in Europe, and we will move more resources to the Western communities, and yes, because we know that there are a lot of BOTUS supporters in West, and we have many plans for the West communities. So for the second half years, we will have more full-time people to help with the West communities, and we will have full-time translators to join the team to make sure the information release between Chinese and English will be consistent, and we will have more meetups in the Western, in US and in Europe. So you will see that. Yeah, many things are going on. We will also expand our social media platforms. So right now we really focus on Telegram and Twitter, but we will have more. We will put more resources there. So you will see that we will put more focus on Reddit and any and other platforms that are valid. Okay. So next question is about are you already able to disclose some industry partnerships? Okay, so industry partnerships, I think tomorrow we will talk about that. Some of the partnerships we will disclose tomorrow, and some of the guests we invited tomorrow in the 3.0 launch event will also be our industry partnerships. So pay attention to that. If we have some industry partnerships, the best way to do it is to announce them one by one. Yeah, I think people know that it's not. We won't disclose all the partnerships in one time because we need to. The people need some time to think about it, and we also need some time to make sure the partnerships are implemented well. Then we will move on to the next partnerships and to build the whole ecosystems with the major partners one by one. Okay. What can we expect from the partnership with HPB and Ashi? Okay. Yeah. So for this one, the HPB and the Ashi, they all public chain project, and they all very technical focus. So they're not. I think both of them are good projects. So that's why we choose to partner with them. It's more from the technical point of view. So when we design our public blockchain and we talk about the technical challenges of the blockchain's development, we partner with HPB and Ashi to develop some technical highlights and to try to overcome the general challenges of the public blockchain. So that's the partnership about, and it's more from technical point of view, and from marketing point of view and the community building point of view, we already have certain collaboration with them. There will be more activities in future. Yeah, for HPB, we had the same meetup in New York 2 weeks ago. I think people are there. Some people are there from our community and HPB community. People meet each other. That was a very good collaboration, and we will have more meetups and other activities holding together in future. Okay. Next is Tim Draper being an early investing. Which way did he participate at the moment? Okay, so I would say he runs a big investment fund, and he also provide a lot of resources for all the portfolio companies. For example, the networking event and any other resources. So in there we can find the resources that both us needs, and find the partners and find other so yeah, the network, the Draper network provide a lot of resources to all the portfolio companies. We already benefit a lot from there. To find partners, to find the resources, to find the access to many people, to the conference, and to the other projects. Yeah, for example, the ledgers also Draper's portfolio companies. So that's where we met them and talking about this future collaborations, and there are many things happening in the Draper's network every day. So yeah, he's a very strong support for Botus and all the portfolio companies. He's definitely is still a very important supporters for Botus at the moment. Okay. Next is, apart from the DTO airdrop, can we expect other airdrops from Start token, for example? Already explained. A certain percentage of the Start tokens will be airdropped, but it's not on the planning right now. Can't really say too much about this. Next is hardware requirements. Run a masternode, even the lowest one, are very high and be difficult to be reached, in my opinion. What if there's not enough masternodes because of those two high requirements? What is your plan? Will you reconsider the specs and the different tiers? Yeah, I just explained that because obviously we get a much lower discounted price list when we design the masternodes scheme. The purpose for the masternodes is to encourage more and more people to join the masternodes. It's not to exclude people from to being a masternode owner. We will have updated specs and about the masternodes, but probably the same tiers. So probably will not change the tiers, but we'll have updated specs about this. We want to get more people involved in the masternodes, and I'm not worried about not enough masternodes. I think we get more queries and askings from our community right now, especially from the Chinese community. And many people are asking for that. Okay. Next is we know Chinese government is raising lots of money for AI. Is Botus an eligible startup? Okay, yeah, Chinese government is raising a lot of money for AI and is encouraging the companies to invest in AI. So yeah, people all know about this. We're applying some funds, and once we have that, we will announce it. Okay. Any strategic links between Botus and VeChain, Botus and Neo? If not, is it planned? Thanks. Okay. So first, we have connections with all the major crypto projects, especially for those ones originated from China, including VeChain and Neo. All right. So we do have this connections, and but if we have a strategic partnership with them, we will announce it. Yeah. Okay, so I see that the next two posts are all from Buddhist Punk 87. I think I saw this name before, yeah, in the first page. Okay, a lot of questions from this guy. DTO is the first token of the multi-token system that has been discussed in more than a passing mention. I have some questions about the other tokens. Will the other tokens be mineable in the same way? Will the supply be the same as DTO? Will the other tokens be airdropped to BTO holders? And will these tokens eventually make it onto exchanges? Or will they be kept inside the platform to trade against the BTO? Many questions, but all are valid questions. I really like them. Okay, so the other tokens be mineable in the same way. The other tokens will be mineable, that's for sure. Will be in the same way. Will be in discussion. Probably not in the same way. Okay, the supply will be could be different, could be the same as DTO. Because we haven't started to design the other tokens right now, and the other tokens the certain percentage of the other tokens will be airdropped to BTO holders. This one is for sure, and eventually they could be on exchange or not, because they they have their functional use, they have their utility use in BOTUS platform. We will have this function to trade against the BTO in the BOTUS platform, but it's also possible for them to be listed in exchange. Okay. And yeah, from liquidity point of view, that listed in exchange will should be a better way to do this. Okay. The next question is about the white paper status. There's one paragraph from the white paper. I'm not gonna restate it. So the question is what BOTUS stated in the white paper, talking about how BOTUS can help with artificial intelligence and derivative industries, including big data, Internet of Things, smart hardware, robots. To me, this sounds like a match made in heaven to collaborate with Walton Chain. Okay, and with their patent hardware RFID scanners, is there any collaborating? Are BOTUS aware of Walton Chain work and what they consider collaborating? Yes, I'm aware of Walton Chain, but thanks for your explanation, because I didn't know that's what they are doing right now. So sounds like they have a strategic fit between BOTUS and Walton Chain. So we can, so sounds like we have some connections in the data, in the data platform and the IoT things they are doing. Yeah, for talking about the collaboration, why not? So yeah, we can start to think about this from today. Yeah, okay. So next question, I'm not sure how much time we have. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I still have 4 pages to go. Next is from Mary Views 8. Mary Views 8. Okay, long question list. Congratulations on excellent work are you doing. Thank you. Here are a few questions. Okay, how token swap will work? It will be like other projects, and the swap is possible to be done in some exchanges, or it will be done in BOTUS official wallet. So token swap will be done typically like the other project swap. So it could be done in the exchanges, and it could be done in the official wallet. So, but this one is probably we will have a detailed tech documents describe this. It's probably will be done in we have this release sometime in June. Yeah, sometime in June. So pay attention to that. You will get all the information. Next is BOTUS plan to sell or rent VPS dedicated servers prepared to run mass nodes. Yeah, of course, at the very beginning, BOTUS will prepare all the nodes, the minimum nodes to run the network. We will have this. Sorry, we will have this already. The planned date for this BOTUS run nodes ready on June 6th. Yeah, I should not disclose this one because it should be announced tomorrow. Okay. Next is, can you explain what exactly happened with Huobi HEDX listing? They broke any agreement with BOTUS? Oh, I don't want to talk about the agreement with any exchange. We have all we have very good connections with all the major exchanges. We don't have a I don't want to talk about any bad things. We only have good things. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Will total supply of BTO tokens always be the same? Or will total supply of BTO tokens always be the same? Any token burn, what will happen with the rest of tokens that they're not circulating right now? Okay, so this one actually asks a lot of questions. And the BTO all the other BTO tokens could be the same, but it may be different in future. It depends on the use of the token. So for the DTO, the total supply of the DTO is different from the BTO. So the storage token may be the same, may be the different. Can't really say it right now. What happened with the rest of the token that are not circulating right now? So I think we have a specific design of the use in the white paper. So for the tokens are not in the circulating, will be in the circulating anyway in future. So part of them are from are the team holders, and part of them from the foundations. Okay, there are already any company startup interested in run project on Botus blockchain. I already explained there are a lot of them. Next question is about the exchange listings. I already asked this one. The follow-up question is, once mainnet is up and running, will marketing intensify? Twitter, Reddit, Medium, Facebook, independently of the market conditions. I think people see that we, regardless of the market conditions, Botus team is always doing the best for what we can do. For the Twitter, Reddit, Medium, Facebook, we will put more resources on this part, and we will have more meetups, especially to the West community. So we will keep doing this regardless of the market conditions. And next is the Reddit page still has the default background image. It would be good to keep this place nice and cool to attract more users. Good suggestions. We need to do it from tomorrow. Let me take this down. Okay. All right. So next question. Next question is still about the masternodes. So the first version, the 4 tiers of masternodes, the examples for the Andromeda node has a pledge of 1 million BTO. Yeah, many people ask this one. It's just an example. I think it's an example typo. We should put it on the 490,000 BTO. Yeah, this question. Okay, I hope this question is answered. So for the example in the article, we need to put it on the 490,000 BTO rather than 1 million BTO. So dApps can be built on the BTO ecosystem. Some of these will probably want to have their own token if they conduct an ICO. The Botus team considering making these ICOs raise a mandatory percentage of their funds in BTO. I feel this would be a good way to create even more demand for BTO. That's a very good suggestion, and it's always something that we're considering. If they are doing their independent ICO and based on Botus chain, we will provide more than that. So first, we probably will provide the seed investment for them, and second, we will provide the marketing support for them, especially considering the size of the Chinese community here. The ICO can make a success. Yes, probably with the support from Botus, from the marketing, and we also support the technical part. So if there are people they have issues using Botus to issue the tokens, we provide definitely technical support for them. Yeah. Okay, so this is all the questions I think from the Body Hist Punk 87. A lot of good questions, and hope you can continue supporting Botus. Okay, next is Keyboard 2018. So the question is, multi-token system makes me difficult to understand that the value of BTO still be the most important in Botus ecosystem. Will the value be diluted? In future, do I still need to continue investing in other tokens in BOTA's ecosystem? Okay, so the question to this one is, I think the value of BTO system will will not be diluted for sure. The multi-token system is to create to have more demand for BTO, um, because BTO essentially BTO can be used in all the marketplace and as a base token in the BTO ecosystem. And the different tokens has their different purpose in their own marketplace, and also each of the AI, the DApps tokens, they have their own usage for themselves, but they all have the possibilities to, they all have the ways to exchange the value in between BTOs and the other tokens. So those people, the demand for BTO should be increased. The design for this multi-token system is to increase demand for BTO. So if you believe this, the BTO demand will be more and more in future. So if you, but I can't suggest you to invest in any tokens in BTO ecosystem. But if you believe they have a more demanding future, you need to do whatever necessary for you to do. Okay. Wow, this Buddhist again. Okay. The question is about the ARM alliance. What role will BOTAS be playing with the alliance? Also, will the other members be using BOTAS platform? BOTAS plays a very important role in the ARM alliance, because ARM alliance is the ARM AI ecosystem consortium. It has some AI companies, they're all big companies in the AI industries in China, and BOTAS is the only one with the blockchain background, and we are the strategic member, the strategic committee member of the ARM alliance in China. So there's only, I think the only other strategic committee member is PwC. Yep. So we played a very important role for them, and the other members, of course, they will use BOTAS platform in some way in future once our platform is ready to use. You know. Okay, so next question is about BTO passed the Hoi test. Are the teams still confident of that with the multi-token system? Yes, I'm still confident with that. Because BTO still has the utility functions in the BOTAS system. You can use BTO in all the marketplace, so it's still a utility token. What do you perceive to be the biggest challenges BOTAS must overcome to become successful? Okay, so it really depends on how you define the success. I think the BTO is very successful right now. What do you think? If you think it's not successful, what else you need to do? Of course, we're doing all we can do to overcome the challenges in all the part, the technology part, the market part, the community part, regulation part, many parts. You see our new this new T-shirt, Eat Sleep. Yeah, where can I find time to sleep? Okay. Do you own any other cryptocurrencies? So what do you hold? Well, that's a tough question, not about BOTAS, so let's save this for our personal talking. How are the patents coming along? Can you please share any details of what technology the patents will cover? Yeah, this is a good question. We actually have 3 patents on the way, and 2 of them already approved, and 1 is in the applying process. I think we need to have individual documents, articles talking about this. Yeah, this is a great achievement of us. We will explain it in detail in the independent articles. with only having a limited amount of blog producing news and hardware costs to run the biggest news being quite high, is there a risk that some who are not initially elected to be blog producers will not bother investing in the required hardware and just leaving a shallow pool of quality backup news? I think I answered this question already in the previous questions. I'm not worried about the news owners and the news owners that are elected to be the production news in future should be highly credible, and they have many resources. Not, yeah, I'm certainly not worried about this part. We will have a stable news network, and people will enjoy it. Okay. Well, very good. Last question. Last people. Galantileo. Are you in touch with Rivers? If not, are you planning to? This could increase the security for your investor tremendously down the road. Sorry about that. I don't hear anything about this. Rivers will do a research of this. If you can, please message me why you think Rivers is very important for Botus. I'm open to discuss any possible collaborations and partnerships about this. Regarding airdrops, the mass news and so on, is it better to have all the BTO tokens in one wallet? I would say in one wallet. It really depends on you. It could be in one wallet or multiple wallets. It doesn't matter a lot. Will it be better to split it up? Okay, 2 wallets in 600,000 BTO rather than one wallet with 1.2 million BTO. For the current design of the airdrop, it really doesn't matter. The airdrop really only depends on the amount of BTO you're holding in your wallet. So holding all the BTOs in one wallet or in 2 wallets doesn't really affect the final results. Okay, so looks like I finished all the questions answering in 1 hour. That's a great job. I really would like to thank you very much for all your support, and I hope this AMA session can really help to answer all your questions so far. I know this because we have this time zone issue, there a lot of people from Europe cannot join this session. So we will have this more and more AMA session in future to answer all the questions from the community. Thank you very much for your support. We will have a 3.0 launch event tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is also a big day for Botus, and we have many plannings to be released. We also have a partnership to be released, and so pay attention to Botus tomorrow. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact any Botus team and myself. You will get everything answered, and so let's be a group to make Botus better project in future. Okay, thank you very much for asking those questions and for your support of